So as I'm remembering this, and as I'm being compelled, I'm studying Amharic as I can. Sorry, let me not get ahead of myself. As we're discussing marriage, Erika and I, we make a visit to the Coptic church because I can't find an Ethiopian Orthodox church in Houston. We've been married 9 years this November, so you can do the math on that. This has been some time ago. We set up an appointment at the Coptic church, yet they were closed when we came there. So as we left, we run across a restaurant. Now I should tell you that at this point in my life, I had studied much about Ethiopia, and I had studied much about the ancient Christian church, but I had never met an Ethiopian in my life. I had never tasted injera. I had never seen the fidel. So one day we're driving away from the Coptic church when they did not meet us, and we see Queen of Sheba, Ethiopian restaurant. I said, wow, we got to go in there and try some Ethiopian food, don't you think? So she agreed. I told her in that few minutes everything I knew about Kebre Nagast and Tabot and Queen of Sheba. If you had told me that one day she and I would have a daughter named after her, you could have knocked me over with a feather. I wouldn't have believed it. So there we were, and we met Habesha people for the first time in our lives. I saw the Fidel for the first time in my life. And a very kind man there gave me directions to this church. So I came to visit, and I sat at the very back. There was no pews here at the time, only folding chairs. I remember that. The icons were a bit different. Some of them have been added since we've been here. And the love that I felt and the love that I saw, I was such an outsider looking in. And I knew that God's plan for my life was to be able to come here, to be able to pray like you pray, to be able to worship amongst you. I didn't know why. I still don't know why today. But I know that that was God's plan. And I knew there was true faith here. So I left. And I vowed to myself that I would have to learn at least some Amharic before I came back. And that took a while. Even to know the little bit that I know took me a while. I got a job at that time at Whole Foods Market. I worked in the bakery. The bakehouse was owned by a man who goes to this church. He was very kind. I had a co-worker, an elderly woman, who I will not embarrass because she goes to this church and attends this congregation, but she was an immense blessing to me and answered many questions, and I felt sort of foolish in front of her sometimes. You know, I'm having small dreadlocks growing, and I'm like, oh man, she sees right through me. She's real Ethiopian. But she was so kind, and she would answer all my questions. And I said to her one day, how do you feel when you see me wearing the colors of your country? Are you mad? Are you offended? She said, no, I'm proud because unlike most of these people, you understand that Africa does not mean you're Tarzan. This is what she told me. I said, that's right. I understand you have kings, you have royalty.